G'day everyone, Xray X1 here. We are up to part 13 of the Xray X1 build series. In part 13 I will be going through with you how to install the electronics, or the rest of the electronics. So that is the receiver and the ESC. So we've already got the steering servo and the motor installed. Now comes the ESC and receiver. Now, for this particular kit, I've chosen the Hobbywing Extreme Stock ESC. I think it is a 8.5 turn limit, so 21.5 turn brushless motor is going to be fine. Now, if you are getting one of these, I have actually already pre-soldered on or soldered on, if you're American, the motor and battery wires. What I will do, I will leave a link in the description for the previous build series I did, which is the 3 Racing Sakura Ultimate build series that I did, and I will leave that as a link, or leave it in the link in the description box for you to look at on soldering up the wires. I'll do this off camera. I'll do the soldering of these wires off camera. The reason being, it is going to be a little bit involved and it'll take too long for the video. So when you are building this kit, you're going to have to decide whether or not you want to have the battery lengthways or sideways. I've chosen sideways, so there's more weight at the back, and this also helps too with electronics. So when it comes time to installing your ESC and receiver, before I get ahead of myself, what I've also done off camera is I've installed the little, just move that out of the way, the little, probably can't see it, the little antenna tube holder. Really easy, just a screw underneath, easy. So yeah, when it comes time to installing your ESC and receiver, you're going to have to determine the layout. So don't just get it and slap it in and hope for the best, because all your electronics, the electronics that I'm using will no doubtly vary in size and dimensions to the electronics that you'll choose. So when it comes time, have a look and just put it in, I guess you could say put it in dry to see where it'll go. So in this case, I want the ESC to be on slightly to the left and in the middle. That way there's plenty of clearance for the motor wires. And I have here the capacitor, so that's going to have to be mounted on the steering servo here. And then I have to move the wires out of the way so I can install the receiver. Now what I'm going to be doing with mine is underneath here I have Velcro, for the reason that I only have 4 receivers and an umpteen amount of cars. So I have to be able to take the receiver out with ease. So what we will do first is we'll get some double-sided tape out. I'm just using the stuff that comes in the kit. To hell with it. There we go. It does come with some shrink tubing, but I won't be needing to use that. Okay. So that little bit there is for the switch, but we'll put this on the ESC now. Make sure that the surface is clean, both on the ESC and on the chassis. I've already gone ahead and cleaned it off camera, just to, again as I say, to purely save on time, because ain't nobody got time for that. So we want it about there. So just don't be afraid to double check it and see where it'll go. So we want it about there. So now we take off the other side of the tape here. And there. Okay, so push down firmly. Now it does, this ESC comes with a fan. I'll put that on off camera. Okay, so now, well, what I might do is I might use that bit of double-sided tape for the capacitor. So and this just keeps it out of the way. You must use the capacitor. It will help prevent damage to the Speedy. Okay. So we can see there, got the capacitor there, Speedy there, and so it'll reach the wires. What I'm going to have to do is I have to mark out with a permanent marker how long each wire has to be for both the motor and for the battery wires. Like I said, I'm going to do this off camera. It is to purely save on time. Okay, so now that we've done that, we will now put our receiver in. So look, it should be an easy fit to put in. What I'll do is I'll thread it, because I guess you could say I cheated. I did this off camera, how far it has to go. Okay, so make sure, do it like a test fit to make sure it's all nice and sweet, how it will fit. Alright, so it'll fit there. So now I'll just take off this bit of the tape part here, and now we will stick it in. Alrighty, so now we'll hook up the servo lead. Okay, that's in for the ESC. Don't forget to make room too, I should also mention, don't forget to make room for your transponder. We might end up putting the transponder up the top here. Okay, it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but you know, I'll fix this off camera. We'll put the switch. There's a bit more double-sided tape. I know I had more somewhere. Just give me a quick second, folks. I've got stuff everywhere. I should really do a tidy up of my work area. Okay, I'll just use some of this Palmer stuff. It's pretty good. Alright, and where have I put, there it is. Okay, just give me a quick second, folks. Just be very careful when you cut this stuff. It is very sharp. Alright, don't need that. Alright, so when we stick it, we'll stick it about there. I'll have to fix the wires up afterwards. It's like an absolute bird's nest at the moment. So, but I'll do that later. So, like I said, I'll solder the wires off camera, but I will leave a link in the description down below for you to how to solder the wires. So, just to give you a quick look. So there's the ESC, and there's the receiver, just there. Just got to stick the switch in, and solder the wires, and it's pretty much ready to go. So stay tuned for part 14, where it's pretty much the finishing stages of this kit. Stay tuned, everyone.